When I fabricate my keywork, I don't always make the axles side by side. Sometimes I make them concentric. That way they take us less space. See this little bushing here? Now instead of soldering this collar onto this shaft, I like to use red Loctite, number 271. It's high strength. When you put it on the shaft and assemble the collar, it bonds and tightens up. Now you got to be careful that the red Loctite doesn't work into the adjacent collar. So I'm going to put some on the shaft. Slide on the collar. Carefully work its way over. Now once I'm about halfway over, I want to clean off any leftover Loctite with a Q-tip. And that'll keep Loctite from working into the adjacent collar. Of course, you've got to locate the parts exactly where you want them to be. And I'll set this aside, wait for the Loctite to harden. To keep the Loctite from one collar moving into the next collar, it's better to have longer collars. That way you can slide them over further and the Loctite doesn't get in the joint. This collar is a little bit short, so it's tricky. Sometimes when you apply Loctite to one collar, it runs or wicks into the other collar and causes binding. This action is too stiff, so I have to take it apart and start all over. So what you have to do is apply heat to the collar that you want to remove. Doesn't take too much heat. See, I got a little smoke off it there. That means the Loctite is coming apart. Then work it loose. And you can see there's leftover Loctite on the shaft. You have to clean that off with Scotch-Brite or steel wool. Disassemble the parts completely and make sure they are thoroughly clean of any residual Loctite before reassembling.